Jeff Okudah, who's stating his place among the league's best with 6 picks this season. It's the Lions and the Dolphins. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Miami Dolphins and the Detroit Lions. Brandon Gaudin joined by Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Lions in this matchup, and this is going to be a heck of a chess match. This offense against a defense that will take no prisoners out there.
It's going to be a big-time battle, and I think that both of these teams have that mindset of, we're going to do what we do and make the other guys react to us. And we've definitely got a couple of headstrong coordinators who won't back down from a challenge. So this will be a battle of wits as much as it'll be a battle of brawn.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. Well, now how about this return? He's to midfield. Still going past the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. And that right there is how you silence the home crowd.
All week long in preparation, visiting teams talk about it. Okay, we've got to start fast. We've got to take the crowd out of it, as you just talked about there. We've got to control the ball early. And in this case, forget fast start. This is a blazing start. What they've talked about all week is their offensive unit doing that. Not necessarily the guys returning the opening kickoff, but believe me, they'll take this.
So how about that for an intriguing start? The opening kickoff of the ball game, return for a touchdown. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Fielded just outside the goal line. Williams loses the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 18 yards that time to push him up, first and goal. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with it or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Second down and goal. Tua. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. That'll definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now. 3rd and 10. Now Tua. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. A turnover is obviously, Charles, always costly, but man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. After the interception, here's Goff. And it's knocked away and incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Open man right side is Shark. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. So Miami coming out for their second drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Edmonds. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. On the screen, this is Edmonds. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
On 2nd and 7, Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So they get the 3. It was 4th and 1, and I think you were doing what I was doing. I was looking down at the sideline. I'm not sure the offensive unit wanted the 3. They wanted to go for it.
But when have we ever seen a unit that didn't want to go for it in that situation, right? Sometimes it's just way more important to have the points on the board than to worry about any type of a gamble.
Williams loses the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
2nd down and 12 at the 19-yard line. Goff. Throw left side complete. That's Mitchell. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Out of the gun. Goff. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak and right now looking good in this one as well. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. The numbers for him from a week ago: 6 catches, 57 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. On 2nd down and 4. Tua. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Lions force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 66 yards.
He's really been someone special to watch this season and brings a real unique element to their offense. Even with defenses focusing on him all year, he still sits 4th in the league in yardage. Hard to come up with an answer for a back playing as well as he has been. They've got their work cut out for them in this one as he chases another big week.
Goff now to throw. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Goff. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. A play fake for Swift, now Goff. Throws out left, it's caught by Williams. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. This defense for the Dolphins, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks. And plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
On 2nd down, Swift. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. On the draw, Goff will give this to Swift. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. And this won't get there, won't be online either. It's no good, off to the right, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Some more great football coming your way in prime time to wrap up the month of October. It starts tonight. Could it be a Super Bowl preview? The Packers and Bills from Buffalo at 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow, Halloween night, Monday Night Football, the Bengals and Browns from Cleveland. And how this game has changed in importance in recent years. That starts at 8:15 Eastern. On second down, this is Edmonds. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. He'll get this underneath to Edmonds. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run with Edmonds again. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now a give to Edmonds. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide, because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Touchdown, Dolphins! Jalen Waddle, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone. It
usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Sanders on for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit. Maybe featuring other people touching it for a while. And then you get a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. 8 yards on the pickup. Go off a handoff here to Swift. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is Swift on the counter. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. Second
now Goff. Got St. Brown running the quick slant here. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 42. Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Swift. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd.
Once again, it's Swift. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
They run out of the gun with Swift. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Zach Sealer on the stop. No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd
From the gun on 3rd down. Goff. Man open. It's St. Brown. He's got it. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Here's Goff. He'll go right back to St. Brown. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. From the 16, Goff. Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. To the air again, Goff. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's another Lions.
Here's Swift. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
A pickup of 2. Brings up
Swift again. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal.
Short of the goal line. A 2-yard pickup. Brings up 3rd and goal.
Gone. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I know we saw the pass and the completion and obviously the resulting loss of yardage. To me, that play broke down with the blocking on it, because if you're going to try and swing it that far outside, that blocking's got to hold up to give your guy a chance.
And the defense, they weren't fooled at all.
No, not at all. Boy, were they aggressive on that one.
So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. from the 34 now. Here's 1st and 10. Another carry now for Edmonds. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On the handoff, it's Edmonds.
And he'll get this up to about the 40.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. From the gun, it's Tua. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now Tua. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Complete to Chase Edmonds.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Complete to Mike Gesicki.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And he's got it. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. 23 yards on the play.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. They'll try to run with Edmonds, and he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Chase Edmonds, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year, and the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. That time a 9-play drive. And it was capped off by the Chase Edmonds touchdown run. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fields it right around the goal line. The Lions going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw complete there to St. Brown. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Out of bounds at the 31-yard line. A 7-yard pickup.
Throwing again on second down. Goff. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Intended for DJ Chark. Incomplete.
Goff on third down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On fourth down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, good work in that first half. More from you guys in a minute. But first, let's get to some scores right here on the day before Halloween. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And as they approach halftime, it's the Bears who are out in front. Kiki Cutie, a touchdown reception. From there, we head over to Hotlanta to check out the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Carolina Panthers. 2 touchdown passes there for Marcus Mariota. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And this one going the visitors' way as the Cardinals have the lead in that one. Kyler Murray has thrown a touchdown pass. With that, let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Miami. And the ground game has been a big part of why they have this big lead. And you have to figure they'll lean on it a little bit more in the third and fourth quarters. Meanwhile, for the Lions, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. With the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Swift going to try up the middle. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw is Goff. And that's going to be caught downfield by Chark. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that they're very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Goff. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. On 2nd and 10, Goff. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 19. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
He was taken down at the 10-yard line. A 2-yard pickup.
Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. Touchdown! DJ Chark from 10 yards out. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's DJ Chark who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. Set to return. Here's Raheem Mostert. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Able to find Shaheen here. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried to dump off, lost yardage. Here's Thomas Morstead now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. On the return is Williams. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return, and the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Off to St. Brown for the Detroit first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not come back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now a first down throw. Goff. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And he's got it inside the 10. A big play there for Detroit. 48 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Goff now looking to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 2nd and goal from the 1.
5-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Throwing again is gone. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Brock Wright, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions have cut it back within a score. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up, and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
Yeah, my bad.
This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Going to the air, Tagovailoa over the middle, complete. That's Wilson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Shaheen, the tight end, on the right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Oh, nice move. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Again, they run with Edmonds. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Getting a sense of the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Another shot now for this Lions offense. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
A handoff, Swift running to the left. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Emmanuel Agba finding his way to the ball for a big stop there behind the line of scrimmage.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's a handoff to Swift. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Complete. This is Mitchell. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
This is taken at the 18. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tua. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Here's a give to Edmonds running to the right. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play action, now it's Tua.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked by Jeff Okudah.
And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the 2nd half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Detroit's offense ready to take over.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
This offense so far on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. Back now at Ford Field. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Goff now to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for DeAndre Smith. Byron Jones on
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
That's out to the flat for Edmonds.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. Finding room at midfield. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, They've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Edmonds again, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. On 2nd and 9, Tua. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that is incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Miami. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty.
All start, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Now it's Goff. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. To throw again on 2nd down. Goff got his man complete over the middle. That's Mitchell.
To James Mitchell. That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 3.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the 50, it's Goff. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. DJ Chark with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Seibert on for the PAT. And no sweat. He puts it through. And we are tied here in the 4th. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's DJ Chark who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
Taken in at the 3.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Wilson's got it complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tua on the screen. This is Edmonds. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On play action, here's Tua. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They dial up the quarter blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The Dolphins on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 11. He'll get this underneath to Edmonds. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Miami. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and out will come the offense as they take over. We get a look at Amon-Ra St. Brown as his offense readies for the next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. It's caught. Mitchell. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Out of the gun. Goff. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Now a give to Edmonds. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 106 yards on the ground for Edmonds. He's got a 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Tua going to tap this forward on a jet sweep. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker to give him that lane. And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
That's going to be caught by Waddle. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
Tua
eluding the pressure right.
And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
But you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Goff's throw complete there to St. Brown.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Here's Goff.
He'll go right back to St. Brown.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Meanwhile, Goff's.
Now the ball comes loose. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the...
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Goff. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Will likely put an end to this thing. They'll run with Edmonds, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Tagovailoa looking to throw it. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. And they'll indeed take a knee. 2nd and 11 now. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Down to an egos Tua, and that should just about do it. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and a little bit of a surprise they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off. But they do know that in the future, they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for Miami, they improved to 5-3 as they approach the halfway point of the 17-game schedule. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they drop just their 2nd game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers.